Welcome to Fixing Assets, and slightly less polished than last week because I am diagnosing the fault that wouldn't let the fuel go through into the car. Now, on jacking up the back wheel to get to the fuel line, I see a puddle on the floor and thinking, I found the answer, but oh no, bloody brake fluid. So nip those unions up. Maybe that's why I haven't got any brake pressure. There's another drip somewhere, but I think that's oil. Back to the car. What I'm going to do is fuel lines there. I'm going to release one of those to see if there's any fuel comes out of either side. That'll tell us where the problem is. Well, I undid that, nothing came out of there, so I'm assuming that there's no fuel getting through. Now, I don't know if it's because I was just putting a small dash in, but no fuel's not the best of signs, because there could be a bit of a blockage in that pipe, or an issue in the fuel tank. Fuel tank, it may well be that there's not enough fuel in to cover the fuel pickup, but I did put more than that in. It could also be that there's a blockage in the bottom of the fuel tank, which I didn't see when I was inspecting. To be honest with you, I think I need to do more work when someone else is here. Yeah, there's no fuel coming out of there.
Oh, right. So, you think it's blocked then?
Yeah, but at least we've got where the blockage is now. Like, no petrol coming out of there, even if you tip it up flat. So, that is the issue. There's something in that unit there that's stopping petrol. So, fuel tank's coming out, and we're going to have a look at it. Well, back on another day. I haven't got me stupid microphone with us, but fuel line is being cleaned out. It was full of sandy residue. I'm still not 100% whether this is the fuel tank to use or not. If you look, that is pinched a little bit, which suggests to me that there's a bit of a metallic fatigue potential, but I'm going to give it a go. Worst case scenario, we'll replace the fuel tank at a later date, or this, but I have tried taking that off and it won't go. Actually, take that back. Mr. Pentagram was having a play around with this last night, and he must have gotten that loose, which is quite impressive because I couldn't get the fucker loose. So I've got a new one of these coming today with the new fuel tank. So I think it's worth actually driving back home and getting the friggin' new pipe. So we've got our new fitting on, which means that we can start reassembling it and putting everything back together and then give it another try. And that's the tank back in. What I am going to do is I'm going to decide whether I keep this tank, which I probably will, but tidy it up. But for the moment, the idea is I get the car out there and see if it runs. Right, so I've put a little bit of fuel in and we're having a look at fuel seepage. Nothing seems to be coming out of either of those. Would know if it was, because you'd see the fuel. I'll try having a look at these pipes. Nothing there. And nothing there. Nothing there. That's fine. I'm going to put the wheel back on and give it a go. Well, I think the weather's back once again. It does want to start. It's just a... Well, I figured it was about time to bring it in. Also, the battery's flat. So, I'm going to stop play for today. And I'm going to figure out what to do next. I think it'll be a case of checking the spark plugs. But, I'll have a look. It wants to run. And I think once it runs, it'll run. Fuck's sake. Right, it is another day. Obviously, it's snowing again. This is March. You've probably not seen snow forecast. Now, I'm currently looking at, I'm going to be looking at the order of the wires, the direction of the distributor, and see if there's an issue with that. What I'm currently saying here is that it's now backfiring out of 2 holes, which means that both sides are working reasonably well, apart from there's a timing issue. So let's solve the timing issue, etc. Next thing I'm going to do is stack of timings. So I've got the negative lead off the coil. That goes into there. You hear noise. You turn that anti-clockwise until the noise stops. And there, that's statically timed. Now obviously that needs to be pointing at the correct thing, which it doesn't seem to be. That's supposed to be pointing at either number 1 or number 3. It's pointing at number 4. So it don't seem right. Maybe, but you see, there is a mark here and a mark here where I'd set the timing up, and it has run with those 2 marks. Does seem like there is a spark gap as well. Very strange, unless I've just rearranged all these and caused the problem. I wonder what happens if I move these all around one space. If that doesn't work, we'll move them all back too. That wasn't it, was it? Fuck yeah. Weeks after I did that last video, and the Beetle is under the cover here. I'm sick of the sight of it. It ran that one time, and it occasionally has run other times, but that's about as good as it gets. Now, since that, an issue has cropped up with the wiring loom, so I'm actually going to change the wiring loom. Long story, not going to make a video about it, but let's just say it needs a new wiring loom. So I'm going to get the rest of the fleet out. I'm going to work on the red Beetle so that I have a Beetle to drive around in, and I'll then come back to this when I've got the new wiring loom. So if you like this video, please subscribe for more videos on rubbish cars that I own.